It's the National Football League on EA Sports. And we've got Devontae Smith.
The byes are over. It's now a 4-week sprint to the finish, and we are underway here in Week 15.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
So the Seahawks ready to take over on offense, and it is a first-time Pro Bowler who leads them out, Charles, in his 11th year now, Geno Smith.
Would you say that last week's performance by him, workmanlike in terms of numbers?
1 touchdown, 1 pick, but obviously a loss.
Yeah, that's the bottom line for him. All he cares about is how do we find a way to win the game. Maybe leans on a few other parts of the offense, and hopefully springs a receiver or two free.
Here's Walker to start the drive.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That play going for 16 yards to start the drive, first down. Well, there you go. This offense off to a strong start this afternoon.
Yeah, with a big run and a first down. That's putting what you practice into play. That's excellent execution to get things started.
Now Geno on first down.
Open man, that's Noah Fant, the tight end.
That'll go for a gain of 7, and it's second down.
Brings up 2nd and 3 at their 48-yard line.
On second down, it's Walker.
And he's down right around midfield after a gain of 2, maybe 3.
You look at this Eagle defense.
And they're currently 21st, Charles, in the NFL against the run.
And the focus now is making sure that they're hitting on all cylinders as they head into the playoffs. And that means they've got
pressure comes, and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack.
Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
On 4th down, ready to punt, Michael Dixon. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. A 46-yard punt, 4-yard return. And the Eagles will be backed up deep to get the drive started as they take over 1st and 10.
So here come the Eagles, the defending NFC champs, led out by a man who was the runner-up to Patrick Mahomes at MVP balloting a season ago. Of course, that's Jalen Hurts.
And he's looking good now. I mean, 5 touchdown passes in the last game. Okay, he threw a couple of interceptions. That's a little bit of a concern. But I remember a basketball coach telling me one time he had a guy who averaged about 40 points a game. And he said the press got all over him because he didn't play much defense. He said he's averaging over 40 a game. The guy against him's not scoring that. We still have the advantage.
Yeah, and they got the win last week in that effort.
Even better. It's always best to clean up things after a win than after a loss.
The big play has him all the way out near midfield for a 1st and 10. On the ground, this is Rashad Penny. And he's up across midfield and down into Seattle territory.
Now whistles and a... Looks like one of the Eagles is in some discomfort out there. Here now, 2nd and 4. Here's a quick throw caught by Smith. And Devontae going to pick up the Eagles' first down as he's inside the 40 to the 38-yard line. Hurts finding Smith for the Philly first. The Eagles had 8-5 to start play. They've been playing their best football of the year, winners of 4 in a row.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
On 1st and 10, it's Hurts. And that's out to the flat for Swift.
And he's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4.
And that's a good job there by the corner. We do talk about this a lot, that a lot of corners see their job as simply covering receivers. Tackling isn't everyone's thing. But in this case, he came up quickly and made a nice, sure tackle.
Hurts. And he'll get this into the hands of Swift once again. And they eventually get to him at the 17 after a pickup of 17 into the red zone, first down. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Throwing is Hurts. He's got Smith here. Touchdown! Devontae Smith, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Eagles will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon. Well, these guys have won 3 straight ball games and another good start to this one out to the 6-0 lead.
And I've talked with so many different coaches, as have you, along the way, and they always talk about winning streaks and the mood of a team and how much easier it is to actually prepare during that time. Guys are sharp, guys are focused, everyone's feeling good, and we're seeing it early in this one.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. Seattle's offense coming back onto the field, ready for their 2nd drive. Over on the sideline, hoping to hit that reset button between possessions. Last time out, they had to punt it away. This time, hoping to finish this thing off in the end zone. Smith on 1st down. The throw here right sideline falls incomplete. You look at this Eagle defense. And they're currently 21st, Charles, in the NFL against the run.
And stopping the run, that's been an issue for them all season long. Aren't you glad that you're not coaching the defense right now?
I'm very glad. They said that they've seen it in doses, but very, very small doses.
Yeah, you've got to be consistent. It's down in and down out. Being able to play it, understand what you have to get done.
Oh, it's out. Smith lost it. Dangerous spot for them to cough it up. Lucky to have recovered, because had the defense gotten it, they were already within a shadow of the goalpost.
Yeah, and then you're yelling at your own defense. Sudden change, sudden change. That's not what you want to hear on your sideline. That means you got to run out there and try and stop an offense who has the ball in a very advantageous position.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And this is going to be incomplete.
Every offense tells you they want to come out and start fast. That's not unusual at all. But this group, they've yet to get much rolling through their first 2 drives. It looks like they're going to have to give up the football again after this one.
He'll take it a few steps in front of the 50. 42-yard punt, 6 on the return. And the Eagles will have great starting field position here as they take over. They'll throw on 1st down with Hurts. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Devin Witherspoon. And the Seahawks are going to take possession here at their own 16-yard line. Well, we saw plenty of that during his much-heralded college career. He parlayed that into becoming a first-round selection. And now here he is making interceptions in the National Football League.
And this is a guy that has all the physical tools, but the thing that sets him apart is what he's got between his ears. And that's the 6th sense for knowing where the football is going. Just an excellent play there to create the turnover.
Here's Smith now on 2nd down. Back to the sideline, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Avonte Maddox. So the ball changing hands on the interception, but meanwhile here we do have an injury on the play. Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. It's caught. Smith.
Give him a gain of 5 on the completion, and it'll be second down. Last week, several good performances in the NFC, but he was the conference's offensive player of the week, well over 100 yards.
And just the ability to make catches. You know, that gets underplayed sometimes because we're always looking for the move or the big run. But catch the football consistently, that racks up the yardage.
Only about a yard there as he takes it from the 9 to the 8. After 7-0 on EA Sports. Start of the second quarter, and it's the Eagles in possession as they've got it with a third down coming up. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. Here's Hurts to throw. Able to find the open man. That's complete. Touchdown, Eagles. Devontae Smith with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Eagles have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. Elliott good with a PAT. And that'll make the score 14-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. Esker's going to keep this one in the end zone, and they'll start at the 25-yard line. Here come the Seahawks now, set to take over on offense. Still in the first half, but this offense has struggled. Haven't really been able to get anything going, not only in the points category, but in the yards category. Let's see if they can do better here on this drive. Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
I tell you, Brandon, this defense is playing with some confidence. Haven't allowed a point yet. Flying to the football. I'm telling you, it's almost 11 to the ball on every snap. Another nice job there to force an incompletion.
Another throw on second down, and this one incomplete as well. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They've looked lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
Now yet another incompletion here as they fail to connect on third.
I know this offense was expecting to do big things, but it certainly hasn't turned out that way, at least not through the first 3 drives. They're definitely going to put their heads together and start concocting some offense that'll move the ball downfield.
Shedding the tackle. That'll be a 41-yard punt, 4 yards there on the return. And the Eagles will have it taking over 1st and 10. It's Devontae Smith and the Eagles ready to go on offense. We're in the second quarter. He already has 2 touchdowns. We know how good he is. That's well documented. How do you contain him?
We know he's a nightmare. So in this situation, I would go ahead and double him, maybe even have a third person in the area, and try and dissuade them from throwing him the football. Make someone else beat me for a while, because I don't know that their talents are his, because when he gets his hands on the ball, he breaks down my entire D. Someone else, they may not make the same type of a play.
Well, we know his talents are very good. 2nd and 10. On the option to give to Swift here. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. From the gun, it's Hurts. That is caught, and he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. A big play there as they get the conversion. Plenty of shouts from this crowd as they watch the replay. They want a challenge, and they're going to get one. So the challenge there does not go their way. This will indeed remain a completed pass. On first down, Hurts. Flush to his right. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. Good coverage downfield led to him taking off, picking up the first down on a 13-yard run. Hurts sets up to throw it. Eluding the pressure right. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. The job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20. They'll set up a throw.
He'll drop this one off to Swift.
And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. So they'll get 8 out of that completion. And that's going to lead to a 3rd and 12.
Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts. Working the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete.
And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks' 25-yard line. They'll look to throw here on 1st down.
Oh, it's intercepted. A drive killer there. And the Seahawks are going to take over at their own 13-yard line.
Boy, that's the kind of interception that can save a game right there. They're already down 2 scores. Huge play, slowing down what was going against them.
I was thinking the same thing. You get down 3 scores there at this stage, could be in for a long ball game. And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete.
And he's missed now in his first 4 passing attempts. The rhythm is just not there to begin this ball game.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Now Locke. And his throw here's incomplete.
Another incompletion there. That's 5 in a row now to start this game. He's got to take a deep breath now, step back, shake it off a little bit, trust his offensive line, and hope that his play caller dials up something that can give him a completion and get him going.
Being chased out left. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
Well, based on what we've seen so far, I don't think you can even call this an off day anymore, partner, because this group we're watching, they are totally out of rhythm, trying to get their game plan up and running. That 0 on the scoreboard is glaring down at them with every incompletion.
Gets around him. They'll get 9 yards on the return there following a punt of 42. And this offense, they're going to have excellent field position. They take over with a 1st and 10 on the short side of the field.
On 1st and 10, it's Swift.
And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up.
Hey, man, let's play our game.
That time the right guard.
And so many different types of guys rotate in on the defensive line now, depending on situations. You can get the bulky guy, the fast guy. No matter what, though, you can't hold them.
They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. He'll look to throw. Going deep here for Watkins. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
Second down, here's Jalen Hurts. And that went too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete.
Feels like they're getting caught in between here because that incompletion's on 1st and 2nd down. Now you got to worry a little bit about the clock because you prefer not to give them another shot here in the 1st half. If you don't pick up the 1st down, guess what? You're likely going to have to.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. Open man has got it, the tight end.
And he is going to have an Eagles 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
We often hear the phrase sure-handed tight ends, and he certainly fits into that category. Plus, he's got a quarterback who knows to look his way when they need a big pickup. And on this play, he finds it for the 1st down.
And holding it may be the wrong decision as he stopped in the backfield.
Second down. Here's Hurts.
And an incomplete pass. That'll stop the clock here with just under a minute to play in half number one. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down.
Hurts. And that's out to the flat for Swift. And he'll be brought down at the 34, well short of the first down marker. And Hurts not coming to the sideline. They're going to go for it.
They'll drop to throw.
And Hurts is intercepted, his third of the game. Picked up by Jamal Adams. And the Seahawks are going to have the football here at their own 35-yard line. So that potentially an important takeaway here in this second quarter.
Because what it does is give their offense a chance to put a drive together. They've got nothing on the scoreboard so far, so you have to think that they need something before the break. And now they have an opportunity.
And fights through one man. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Now the Seahawks forced to use their third and final timeout as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime. On first down, Locke. And that one will fall incomplete. Clock here now just under 30 seconds to go in this first half.
Now a 2nd and 10.
Throwing now is Locke. Eagle pressure, too much this time. Down he goes. Locke's trying to hurry him up with that clock running. Now a shot taken on third down, but it's going to wind up incomplete. The passing game not in sync here early, and now it's fourth down. Here's Michael Dixon now to punt. This is away, but boy, headed straight for the sidelines. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive.
And with 5 seconds to go, this will likely be our final play.
They'll throw now on the final play. He's got Smith here. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds.
Well, we're in the latter stages of this season. Everybody's getting antsy, so antsy that we're going to skip the halftime and get ready for the third quarter.
Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth ready for quarter number 3. So the Eagles with the lead, and they're going to get this football first as the third quarter gets underway.
Jalen Hurts in this offense trotting back out.
And he's got to be wondering what happened in that first half. 3 interceptions, very uncharacteristic.
And even the great ones go through phases like this, like what we just saw. And most of them, they have such a mental capacity to throw it out and essentially start over. I think that's where he's headed now.
He's got his opportunity to throw it out. Let's see how he does. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And it'll be second down.
At the 27-yard line.
Throwing is Hurts.
This is Smith with a grab. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds.
That'll put him at... And now following that last play, I do believe we're going to get a review here. Yes, indeed. So that challenge not successful there, and that's going to cost him the first of his timeouts. They go play action with Hurts.
He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
They decided the opportunity was there and launched a deep ball, but he was unable to get away from the defender, couldn't create space, couldn't uncover at the end of the route, and that one winds up incomplete.
Here's Hurts to throw.
Escaping the pressure right. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. And it's third down.
There's a quarterback who's learned his lesson. Listen, he's thrown a few interceptions so far, but that time he said, I'm making sure nobody catches this one.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Back to throw again. Flushed out right. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Darrell Taylor able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. The Eagles send out their punter now. And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the 3rd. It's a 44-yard punt, just 3 on the return. And it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the 2nd half. And, Charles, they're certainly still right in this game, but they need that offense to wake up and in a hurry.
Yeah, I like the way you put it. They certainly did seem to sleepwalk a bit in the first half. Now that their defense has done its job, it's their turn now to go out and try and get some points.
And a nice gain of 21 yards. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Here's Locke. Returning right back to Lockett. So the completion good for 7 there. And that's going to bring up 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 3 at their 49-yard line.
They fake the handoff. Now Locke. Oh, he'll want that one back. Incomplete. He doesn't drop too many in that department. 3rd down. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first.
3 yards to go.
They'll try for the first with Walker. That is not going to be any help as they dump him behind the line of scrimmage. Defensively, they rally the troops to force 4th down after that 7-yard pickup back on 1st. And here's Dixon to punt now as he gets this one away. And this will be out of bounds. Now it's a question of where they'll mark it. And they'll say it crosses at the 11-yard line. Here's the Philadelphia offensive unit now as they head out to take over possession. This crew had to punt last time they had the ball, but when you've got a lead like this, you content to play the field position game?
You are to an extent, especially if you like your defense, because you have the lead, you've been controlling the game. But why put them in a tougher spot? You want to get out there and get something done on offense and maybe take command of this game yourself.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one lines up to be incomplete.
This has certainly been a physical game so far. Limited scoring opportunities for both sides. And there's another chance that goes unfulfilled.
To throw again on 2nd down. Hurts. And his throw is incomplete.
Nice back-to-back plays defensively. They're stacking momentum now. 1 incompletion, 2 incompletion. They're going for more.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. From the gun, it's Hurts. He had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete.
Sometimes the game is pretty simple. Put a few extra defensive backs on the field, give them nowhere to throw the football, force the incompletion, and get off the field on 3rd down.
Returnable for Lockett. They'll call it a punt of 44 yards. The return was for 7. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Seattle now ready to march onto the field. And, Charles, they're certainly still right in this game, but they need that offense to wake up and in a hurry.
Yeah, I like the way you put it. They certainly did seem to sleepwalk a bit in the first half. Now that their defense has done its job, it's their turn now to go out and try and get some points.
And that's big Jalen Carter, the rookie, able to get him down. Here's 2nd and 7. They look to throw. It's Locke. And this throw incomplete. The defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down.
He's had trouble finding open receivers all game, CD, and that's because really there hasn't been many. This defense has been all over them.
Yeah, they're one of the better defenses in the league, and every time I talk to someone around the NFL, they all say the exact same thing. They're so fundamentally sound, it's hard to execute against them.
Lock to Lockett for the Seattle first.
And the Seahawks first down. First and 10 at the 38-yard line.
Lock now to throw. And that is incomplete. Wow, the coverage a little too good there, and it's second down. Lock looks to throw it again. And incomplete on the deep ball. Well, the passing windows are just not there. That's just another example of how great this defense has been all game long.
And that's exactly what a top 10 defense can do. They can really change the game tempo and frustrate you as you try to execute.
Pressure comes, and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack. Nakobe Dean able to record his 5th sack of the season. So look at this. Here's the field goal unit coming out. And he is going to need to bomb this one.
61-yard attempt.
And that is no good. Oh, he missed it just wide of the upright. And this will remain a 2-touchdown game. Thought that might be the goose egg breaker. Still stuck on 0.
Yeah, this is still a tight game, too. We got to keep that in mind because that miss there, you hang your head, you let it affect you the next time you go out there, then you've really hurt your ball club. Get yourself together. You might get another opportunity, and they're going to count on you to put it through the post.
Hurts throw complete there to Smith. He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
The gain of 9 brings up second and a yard at the 39-yard line.
Final minute now of the third quarter. Completes to Zacchaeus. And he gets this down inside the 35 before going out of bounds. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down. On the option to give to Swift here. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. He was brought down there by Julian Love. We sit in quarter number 3 out in Seattle. A 2nd and 10 now. Off the play fake. Here's Hurts. Complete. Smith has it. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. Now we'll get a stoppage here for an injured player, and it appears to be Devontae Smith who's having some problems here. While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment. And he takes this down to about the 2 before going out of bounds. It'll be a pickup of 4, and it brings up 2nd and goal. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this third quarter. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Hurts sets up to throw it. He'll get this out wide to Penny. Touchdown! Rashad Penny. A 2-yard touchdown grab. And the Eagles add on to their lead, and they are also closing in on a 5th straight victory. Well, we know he has decent hands out of the backfield. That's the first time, Charles, they've targeted him in the passing game, and it pays dividends.
And I love the design, too, because they kept him in the backfield, made the defense think run first before they swung him out of there. And you're right, with his hands, they might want to throw it to him just a little bit more.
Jake Elliott to kick off for Philadelphia.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. Out comes the Seattle offense. We take a peek at the playoff race coming into the weekend in the NFC.
And they unfortunately are staring at a mini losing streak developing, trailing here in the fourth quarter. This would be their third straight defeat.
Block now on first down. Eagle pressure, too much this time. Down he goes. Fletcher Cox breaking through to get him to the ground. It's a loss of 7.
At the 18-yard line.
On second down, here's Locke. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up third down.
I know conventional wisdom says, hey, don't get it all back in one play. But sometimes you go ahead and try to. They tried to get it all back on that one. Weren't able to do so.
Locke. And that's to the left sideline and incomplete.
At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense are just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they've blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
Well, a solid punt, but also a nice return there of 14 yards. And it will be Eagles football, 1st and 10.
Philadelphia getting set to take the field.
And it's looking all the more likely that a 5th straight win is going to be in the cards. They'll try to run some time here with a 1st and 10.
They'll start by running the option to the right. And down he goes at the 49, a 3-yard pickup.
You know how we get focused at end of the half and into the game situations about how much time's on the board and, you know, what you need to do? Sometimes you don't even have to worry about that. That's just smart football. You know, that kind of a lead, staying in bounds, it burns clock, even in a situation that we're not really focused on it.
Hurts going to keep it again.
And good penetration here. He'll get this down only to about the 49-yard line. Only a yard there on the keeper, and that's going to leave him with a 3rd down.
They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw.
And this pass broken up. The contact well timed there, and now 4th down.
The Eagles send out their punter now as he'll come on to kick this one away. And that'll hit at the 5 and go into the end zone for a touchback. The Seattle now ready to march out of the field.
Well, it's been a struggle so far for this offense, Charles. It's not only that they haven't been able to put the points up, but really stringing yards together has been a real issue for them in this one.
I'm so glad you brought up the yardage because I was thinking to myself, we've seen a lot of NFL games and we've seen our share of lopsided contests, but in almost all of them, both offenses put up at least 200 yards in a game, but not in this one. This has been a display of offense that, frankly, I think the two of us have watched from behind our hands, trying to spread our fingers wide enough to actually see the result.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
So line of scrimmage still the 39 on 2nd and 10. From the gun, it's Locke.
And he couldn't get that one to his man. Short of him, it's low and incomplete.
This offense so far on 3rd down, a pretty anemic, a very anemic. 1 for 9 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Locke going to throw. Pressure comes, and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. Now they go for it on 4th, but this one is going to wind up incomplete. The Seahawks go for it but can't convert. And the Eagles are going to take over in great field position. On 1st down, Hurts. Then his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Quandre Diggs. And the Seahawks will take over here just shy of the 30. Well, that interception at least offers them a glimmer of hope here in the 4th quarter.
It certainly does if their offense goes out now and makes it pay off by getting into the end zone. And if it does, then they...
Oh, he tries to get it to Metcalf, but it's intercepted. Keely Ringo picks it off. And he is not quite going to make it all the way in. They'll mark him down right about the 1-yard line. A great pick, nice return, but you know he's just beating himself up inside for not getting all the way in.
No doubt about it, because he had visions of end zone in his mind. Going to be the total hero. But we did see there the emphasis on it's not just good enough to pick it off anymore. Bring it back, get the yardage, and really help out your offense.
Under pressure now, and he's going to go down. Sacked back around the 8. It's 2nd and goal, back to the 8-yard line now.
It's 2nd down and goal.
Hurts. And he's going to go down again. 2 straight sacks have him backed up now for a 3rd and goal.
A loss of 11 yards. It's 3rd down and goal.
Now back to throw. Flush to his right. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. He opted to go with a scramble, gets 2 yards, and now it's 4th. So Hurts is off, and on comes Jake Elliott for the Eagle field goal. The kick by Elliott is good. Back now on EA Sports as the kick teams are out here following the 2-minute warning. After the field goal, here's Elliott to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. And the Seahawks get ready to trot out on the field. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And, okay, all right, I'm being facetious here. But you get points. You feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one.
Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone. Lock again here on 2nd and 10. No escape for Lock, and he'll go down. Multiple rushers break through to drop him for the 7th time this game. Now the Seahawks call the 2nd of their 3 timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Toward the sideline, intercepted. Darius Slay with a pick. How about one last great play defensively, and that should, for all intents and purposes, finish off this shutout.
That's as good a defensive performance as we've seen in a long, long time. And I know as a team they will celebrate, but I will guarantee you the defensive guys, they'll get together somewhere and have their own private celebration. A shutout, that's something to be cherished.
And he's out of bounds, almost gets to the 10. The escapability in evidence there as that one good for 15 and a first.
It hasn't been the cleanest game for him, but there was a sign of improvement as he looks towards the next one. Nice bit of scrambling to move the sticks, and even more importantly, he didn't risk adding another interception to his ledger.
And here he'll get it down to the 7. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4 at the 7-yard line.
Once again, it's Swift. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. It'll only be a gain of a yard, and it sets up a 3rd down and 4 now.
We've called a lot of games, but we don't normally talk about inside linebackers being that fleet of foot, do we?
No, he was able to get outside there to make that play.
Yeah, and you know what makes them faster? Their ability to read plays, understand what offenses are trying to do, and put themselves in proper position.
On 3rd down, here comes Swift. And a nice move will yield nothing as he's stopped behind the line.
Losing 2 yards that time, and now it's 4th down.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. They'll try and throw for it with Hurts. And it's incomplete. We're still throwing to the very end, but now this game is over. So fly, Eagles, fly. It's a victory for Philadelphia, and this was truly a